Welcome back. You're watching the Dr. Nandi Show. And today's show is called Please Make My Pain Go Away, because that's exactly what I hear way too often from my patients. They've tried traditional standard approaches, but they're still not getting their pain resolved. So if you or a loved one suffer with persistent pain, stay with me, because I have several experts who will share alternative pain relief strategies that really work. Now, Debora is the founder and director of the Biofield Healing Institute. But before she became an internationally known energy healer and pain relief specialist, she faced her own health crisis, experienced physical, mental, and emotional pain. Please welcome Debora Wayne. Debora, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course.
Such a pleasure to be here.
Now, I know you've been through some really horrendous experiences with pain. Tell me about that, and that you tried to find doctors that could help you, but really you were unsuccessful, right? Tell me about that experience.
Well, for years I had mysterious pain and would go to practitioners and nothing would show up on medical tests, or they would find something and then the remedies didn't work, but my hair was falling out, I had ulcers, I couldn't sleep at night, I had to drink myself to sleep every single night for years. I just had physical pain. My mind never shut up. It was just non-stop negative chatter, and I would flip from anxiety to depression, back and forth. And this became a way of life, and I was trying to pretend it wasn't happening or it would just go away, and it didn't just go away.
That was frustrating, right? I mean, so many of us, and I know people who are watching, they're so frustrated because you go from doctor to doctor and they say everything looks good. All the tests are negative, and I know that this has happened to so many of you. But you did something very unique, which is when you took your experience and you actually became a champion for other people, in which you helped other people become pain-free. Tell me how you do that, because I really admire folks who don't let the situation take them over and basically took over their lives. Tell me what happened and how you were able to do that.
Truthfully, I felt like it did take me over. And I woke up one Monday morning and I couldn't get dressed and I couldn't go to work and I couldn't stop crying. And I was literally lying on the floor of my big, beautiful walk-in closet. And for the first time, I was out of my own great ideas. And I reached out for professional help. And it was we started exploring unusual paths to this pain. We started looking at the mind and my beliefs, my thinking, and emotions that I didn't even know that I had, and started talking about energy, which was something I had no idea about. And those were the three keys that helped me turn around my entire life and get it back on track. Because all the routes that I had taken, they just weren't working.
Yeah, and when people were exploring, you remember when she was having this pain, people didn't talk about any of these.
Oh my God.
Because in traditional medicine, you're trained to find, is an organ responsible, something broken, something inflamed, is there a tumor? You never talk about some of these key ideas. And you talked about three key ideas, right?
Yes.
The first one is about false beliefs. Tell us about that. How does that play a role?
So we are thinking creatures, thinking 50 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Wow. And these beliefs date back to childhood, these ideas that we carry around. And most of the foundation of what we believe to be true in the world and about our health and our body and everything starts before the age of 8 or 9. And this is before the brain has the ability to discern what is true from what is false.
Interesting.
Let me give you a little story here to illustrate. So I was working with an 8-year-old little girl who had just come out of surgery for cancer. Successful surgery, but out of nowhere, this extraordinary shoulder pain appeared. Nothing showed up on a medical test, same story, right? They did not know how to help her. She was in pain 24/7, 8 years old. So they brought me in to work with her, and within 15 minutes of having a conversation and working energetically with her, she starts to tell me a story about how she heard her mother and father screaming, yelling, and fighting, and that they were talking about getting a divorce. And she believed that she was the cause. She literally believed that she caused the fighting and the divorce, and she was shouldering the responsibility and had embodied the pain. So we brought the parents in, we had a conversation. This little girl became pain-free in an hour and never to return.
Wow, that's amazing. When we come back, we'll have more with Debora Wayne, and she'll talk about the other 2 keys to living a pain-free life. Please don't go away. Stay with us.
So I've developed the ability very rapidly to scan a person's field, whether they're in person or at a distance, and I can feel, literally feel, vibrations where there's disturbances in the field. And I bring in a harmonious vibration that changes the field's vibration, which communicates with the body and shows up in the physical, mental, and emotional state.
Welcome back. You're watching the Dr. Nandi Show. And today we're discussing non-invasive pain relief techniques and methods. And we're looking beyond the standard approaches to help you or your loved one live more comfortable lives. Just before the break, we're talking with Debora. And Debora, how about emotions, and how can they be connected to your pain?
Emotions are a key for relieving pain. So again, I'll give you an example. Jane had such severe digestive pain from everything she ate, and she was throwing up nonstop for 9 months, if you can imagine this. Nothing showed up on medical tests. She had to stop working, stop traveling, stop going to the gym, confined to the house. Within a half an hour of speaking with her and working energetically also, she discovered so much painful emotions, hurt, resentment, fear, anger, that was stuffed and buried inside of her. She had no idea that emotions were even going on. After our session, just one session, she has never had an episode of the vomiting. She went back to eating everything, traveling, got her life back, completely back.
That's amazing. And the one thing I'll tell you is that so many of my patients and so many people assume that because the tests are negative, that the pain is not real, right, that the nausea and vomiting. What I'll tell you is that our technology hasn't kept up with it yet, but the pain is absolutely real, and the emotions manifesting as physical symptoms, yes, are real. And your third key, what's your third key for this pain relief?
This is the most exciting 21st century tool. It's the biofield. So it's a real field classified in physics, and what they discovered is around every living thing, including our body, is a field of energy and information, and it's informing the body, having a conversation, a communication with the physical body. But the key to health, and especially pain relief, is that it starts in the field first before it shows up in the body. So we can work at an energetic level. It's the most rapid way to release pain, suffering of all types.
And it's amazing. You know, I said in multiple shows before that the key to future medicine is going to be in energy medicine. And to help you understand how Debora interacts with this energy field, here's a short video showing her in the healing mode. Please take a look.
12 years ago, I was diagnosed by an MD with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue.
I'm actually going to be able to scan your field and feel disturbed information. Just as if I'm touching something, I feel a change in what I call the energy.
I started feeling a very nice warmth. It was so unexpected, all the things that happened.
I can feel it moving through my body, out my hands, and communicating with her field.
The amount of healing that I had is unbelievable, and it was instantaneous. With fibro, you have pain in a number of different places, and that was just gone. I have 2 cataracts in that particular eye. I can read with it now. I've had insomnia for 12 years. I can't wait to go to bed now at night because I can sleep again. I couldn't even bend over and pick up something off of the floor. I walked into a physical therapist, and she said, you know what? Your spine's almost perfectly realigned. I have had major improvements. She was given a gift to be able to help people.
So tell us, you know, what were you doing and how this all works?
So I've developed the ability very rapidly to scan a person's field, whether they're in person or at a distance, and I can feel, literally feel, vibrations where there's disturbances in the field. And I bring in a harmonious vibration that changes the field's vibration, which communicates with the body and shows up in the physical, mental, and emotional state.
That's amazing. And you could see in the video how the person gets better. And do you use it in all your clients, or do you use it in some of the clients? How do you decide?
I love a combination of working in the biofield and exploring the false beliefs and finding ways to release the emotions that are buried. And if you cover all three, you will find the root of pain and disease.
I want to show you this book that Debora's written. It says, Why Do I Still Hurt? Rapid Relief for Chronic Pain, Depression, Anxiety, and more. And if you'd like to learn more about biofield healing, Debora is the #1 best-selling author of this book. And I'll tell you, it's worked wonders for so many people. Right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, you'll meet Emily, who suffered from years of chronic pain after a serious car accident. Please stay with us.